You know what? I got 15 minutes. 15 minutes only. Before those walkers can break in. Asking me the exact same question. A guy from the Philippines and then a guy from Pakistan, I think. The guy said, "Mark, you said you are the world's best Mac buying coach. I got a question for you. Since I can't find refurbished Mac in my country, I don't want to buy a brand new Mac. I want to buy a used one. What needed to be checked before I buy? Can you answer my question?" So I replied, "Well, if I can, would you be willing to give me $1 million?" Fortunately, several authorized resellers in Thailand do carry used Macs. And I've been working for one of these resellers for 3 years. I am just a pathetic psychopath. I got severe mental ailment, so-called obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. And I'm on the specific medication called Lexapro. Here, Lexapro. Bloody expensive compared to the cost of living here in Thailand. About like the 20 milligram costs about $2 per pill. Oh, by the way, I sincerely apologize for unanswered comments. If you want to reach me and you want to make sure that I'll answer your inquiry, please kindly go to my fan page. If you don't want to like it, you don't have to. Go to my inbox and leave your inquiry there. Because I'm a coward, I am so scared. I'm scared. Sometimes I don't want to read comments because, you know what? I'll give you the little secrets. 45% of my comments are hate comments. The vast majority of those hate comments, sometimes they had nothing to do with technical issues or Apple products or my buying suggestion. Sometimes they were all about my race, my accent, my English, my look, my Asian face, the audio quality. First of all, I'd like to thank YouTube. Several weeks ago, I have received a letter from Google. Here is a letter from Google. They wanted to confirm my address and they wanted to make sure I'm not a terrorist. I'm just joking. But that's really is a letter from Google. And after I've confirmed my address, my authentic address, YouTube decided to extend my video length limit from 15 minutes to unlimited. So I really appreciate the storage capacity on your server's drive. Contributions to me. I sincerely appreciate it. So let's get started. Before you buy a used Mac, you're going to have to reposition yourself, not as a buyer, not as an innocent buyer, but you're going to have to be a spy, an Ethan Hunt in my 3 or Mission Impossible or James Bond. So before you buy a used Mac, you're gonna have to first introduce yourself to the seller. The name is Bourne, James Bourne. The thing is, you trust no one. You trust no one. Well, of course, there is always an exception if the seller is your biological brother or sister, is your cousin. So let's get started. What needed to be checked? First, for a laptop, you're gonna have to check the display. The display. An idea came to my mind. This is quite difficult. Well, I don't mind if before you buy, just send me your PM, your personal message to me, so I can specifically tailor the solution that fits. Snugly fit your need. Because if you may not happen to encounter, an effective models like the very first generation of MacBook Pro, like late 2012, 15 something, and then you don't want to have the ghosting or image persistent or image retention issue on that. But firstly, you check the display. If it's a laptop, you go to Google punch-ins like pixel testers or dead pixel tester for a laptop screen. Or if you want to buy those previous generation of the MacBook Pro with real display, you may have to learn how to punch in the terminal, to check if the Samsungs or LG and stuff like that. Firstly, you have to check the screen, the display. If it's the old iMac, the one with the built-in super drive. For that one, you have to check the screen. Okay, and if you can, place it right next to a brand new one and check if the screen has, gradually turned to yellow shade or yellow tone, in incremental way. And secondly, the hard drive. The thing is, apart from the clicking noise from the hard drive, the clicking sound, that's quite obvious. But you're gonna have to learn how to, if you haven't made a bootable external hard drive or flash drive, you have to learn how to turn it on and hold down Command R's to go to the recovery modes, go to the disk utility. And you're going to have to diagnose the hard drive if it's not broken. And if that's the one with a built-in optical drive, you're going to have to check. So you need like DVDs. They got tons of authentic DVDs here. So why do I have to show you to you? You're going to have to check if the optical drive is still working, function properly. The camera is very important. The camera. The keyboard. There's an oversight that people, sometimes they thought, well, I don't really have to check the keyboard. Sometimes some of the so-called key or keypad may not work properly. You're going to have to check thorough. Do like this. Check every single keypad on the keyboard. Also, of course, you purchase the iMac, you're going to have to make sure that the mouse is still working properly. Trying to test the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. And you're going to have to test every single peripheral. Like for instance, the Ethernet port, if it has one, of course. Firewires and USB, every single port. Or audio port, or the so-called headphone jack, display of video output. You're going to try to hook it up to probably an external monitor. You might say, Mark, it's so complicated and sophisticated, this is difficult. Yes, you're going to have to fastidiously check, thorough. So it's my notion, it's my opinion. And I have 7 tips. I believe that some of these tips might be brand new to you. Before you buy a used Mac from anyone, first you're going to have to ask for a Apple always call this a proof of purchase, or the testimonials of ownerships, or the original receipt. You have the right to have the genuine copy because now you are going to be the present owners of that Mac. You should ask for a copy along with the genuine ID card or driving license or passport of the seller to make sure it. Well, the thing is, the seller, the one that about to sell this Mac to you, that's not to be the exact same person that previously purchased this Mac. I mean, on the original purchase date, but well, if that person can be the original purchaser, it's better. So, firstly, you're gonna have to ask for an ID card. Ask the guy if you can make a copy of his or her ID card, the seller's ID card, along with the receipt is also required, but not necessary, not essential, not crucial. But it's good to have one because I don't want you to this Mac is really working properly. Well, the deal is excellent. I'm lucky. And within the next 10 days, you go to jail because it was a stolen Mac. So, firstly, you have to ask for proof of purchase from the seller. And don't forget, before you hand the money to the guy, ask the guy to sign out from Find My Mac. This is very important. Very, very important. Then that Mac is going to be just a paperweight and you spend the money. It's already, this guy's gone. I made several mistakes in the past. I bought a used MacBook Pro 15-inch with non-retina display once in the past, and I forgot to check the adapter. And the guy gave me a MacBook Air's adapter to 45 watts. I was an idiot at the time. So you check everything. The power adapters, the extension cord, booklets, packets, everything. Okay? Mouse, keyboards, additional components, or additional input devices. You buy the Mac Mini, you're gonna have to check well inside the package. So you learn. You might download the application called like Mac Trackers, and you see well if this one comes with HDMI to like DVI adapter or something inside the package. It depends on you anyway. If the seller doesn't have one, you might bargain or negotiate for like lower price or something. For a laptop, it's very important. You're gonna have to go to About This Mac and check the battery status. The easiest way is to hold down the option. Yeah, and clicks on the battery icon. You're gonna see if it's service battery, replace soon, replace now. If the battery is in pretty good condition, the battery is broken, replace soon, replace now, service battery. And you're going to have to go to About This Mac in more detail and check for the battery cycle count. It's very important. Then you can know if this Mac has been used for a long time or it's rarely been touched. It's very important because the maximum cycle count for a Mac is 1,000. But if you check well, it's only like less than 100 or 125 or something. That Mac's pretty new. And it's very important. You trust no one, so you're going to go to About This Mac and go to apple.com support, check your service and support coverage, and copy and paste serial numbers, and check if Mac is under warranty or anything, or it's not even registered or something. Pretty close to the last one, and this one is very important. I know, but it's really paid off. Your endeavor, diligence will be paid off. You have to open the enclosure. You have to open the bottom shell if it's a laptop, the bottom shell, bottom enclosure or shell or chassis or case, whatever the word they use. You're gonna have to check. Like for instance, the Mac is under warranty, but the seller won't tell you the truth for sure. He's not marked it. So you can check if you might be able to find a voice or warranty stickers on the RAMs or anything inside that. Optical drive has been checked. Because the thing is, in general, if you read the terms and conditions for the Apple proprietary warranty, albeit you purchase the Apple Care Protection Plan, the warranty will be automatically expired if the Mac has been operated by so-called an unauthorized technician. An unauthorized technician. So it's over. You got nothing. It's over, man. More importantly, this one is very important. The thing is, I've seen people trying to sell their Macs, and I've been opened up. Firstly, I want to tell you the truth, and the thing is, you're gonna have to check for, let's say, hypothetics, if the guy accidentally poured water into the Mac, and probably just you're gonna have to find the stain or the clues or the traces for any liquid inside everything, because it's going to be your Mac now. And lastly, last and foremost, before you buy a used Mac, you're gonna have to do some homework. This is very, very crucial. That if the Mac that you're about to buy, the thing is, I can say for certain that we can call the late 2011 MacBook Pro 15-inch with non-retina an effective or a faulty model due to the GPU replacement program. So you're going to have to learn about this. You're going to have to do some homeworks. Like, for instance, you want to buy the very first generation of the second generation of the 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. You might have a problem with the ghosting or image retention issue, or you want to buy the late 2011's MacBook Pro with the non-retina display, the 15-inch one. You might got a problem with the GPU. Same stories as any of those iOS devices. You want to buy the iPhone 6 Plus, it might have a problem with the rear-facing cameras. The seller will not tell you the truth, so avoid, certain model with problem. I made a video several years ago about the good things about buying a refurbished one, because you still got 1 year's national Apple proprietary warranty. But if you can't find a refurbished one in your country, you buy a used one. You want to buy a used one, there's another way you find, seeking and you shall find. You might be able to find, like, not a used Mac, but a refurbished, which is called outmoded or antiquated or outdated or clearance models, or the predecessor or the previous generation. Like, you don't want to buy the late 2015 iMac, you might be able to find a late 2013 at the nearest Apple reseller or some punch in the internet or something, seeking and you shall find. I hope you got something from this video, and good luck with your purchase. Hello, this is Mark. I work in one of the Apple retail stores. I like to say hello to United States, America, the world, and all of my fellow countrymen here in Bangkok. Before I proceed with the prominent topic of this video, I like to pay sympathy to those victims. In Paris, I felt so bad when I heard about the story. 129 people died. Allow those law enforcement to decode the encrypted messages. The thing is, they can, but they won't. Have you seen the execution videos, like the beheaded videos or burned alive videos? I got thousands of files on my laptop right here. You don't have to be a part of FBI or CIAs or KGBs who got all these files. Just head to the Documenting Reality website. I've joined these sites like many years ago. We should allow those law enforcement people, government, or anyone who carry the court orders or warrant to decode. There's a way, seeking and you shall find a way to decode the encrypted messages. Don't tell me that we can. We have handed bloody keys to the customers and fucking shit like that. What the fuck? Don't lie to me. I've been here for 10 years, for a decade. Because you could have prevented that